Before starting the test, make sure to fill the analysis sheet with customer details such as name, herd number, dates of sample reception and testing. All details should be taken directly from the submission form sent with the sample. If the submission form is missing, the customer needs to be contacted by phone to acquire any necessary information to complete the submission form. Label 2 cups and 1 screw cap tube with a sample work number. Weigh 3 grams of feces from each individual animal in the labeled plastic cups. Mix the feces thoroughly using a spatula or a spoon to form a composite sample. In a second cup, weigh 3 grams of the composite sample. Add 42 milliliters of water and mix the contents of the cup thoroughly. Filter the sample and water the mixture through a tea strainer into a 250 milliliter glass beaker. Pour the filtered material into a screw cap tube up to the 15 milliliter mark. Centrifuge the screw cap tube at 1500 RPM for 3 minutes. Pour off or gently remove the supernatant with a pipette. Add saturated salt solution up to the 15 milliliter mark and carefully mix to avoid small air bubbles forming in the mixture. Using a pipette, transfer a small amount of sample mixture onto a microscope slide in such a way that the liquid fills the gap between the 2 layers of glass. Place the slide on the microscope tray and examine the sample using the grid to count the number of parasite eggs and larvae. Use 100 times magnification. Use the egg counting sheet to assist with keeping track of parasite eggs in a sample. Weigh 3 grams of the composite sample and add 40 to 50 milliliters of water. Mix the contents of the cup thoroughly. Filter the sample and water mixture through a tea strainer into 250 milliliter glass beaker. Pour the filtered material into a screw cap tube up to the 20 milliliter mark. Centrifuge the screw cap tube at 1500 RPM for 3 minutes. Pour off or gently remove the supernatant with a pipette. Add 10 to 15 milliliters of water, mix gently and leave to sediment for 5 to 10 minutes. Remove the supernatant using a pipette. Add 3 to 4 drops of 1% methylene blue solution. Mix the sample gently and allow the dye to stain it well. Using a pipette, transfer 2 drops of stained sample onto a clean microscope slide. Gently place cover slips on top of each sample drop such that the liquid spreads out uniformly between the 2 layers of glass. Place the slide on the microscope tray and examine both drops of sample at 100 times magnification. A correctly filled analysis form should contain customer details, dates of sample reception and testing, clearly marked results for each parasite listed, as well as a short calculation section.